So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
34-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. Trying to improvise. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw is Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Will Lutz lining up.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. Throw right side taken in by the tight end, Bryant.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Queen
Leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Breeze, and the pressure gets to him again.
Patrick Queen,
His 2nd sack of the night. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Brings up 4th down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Fine here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. To give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Breeze. The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll run it with Kamara. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
2nd down and goal. Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's Alvin Kamara with a grab from Drew Brees. And the Saints add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third down, Jackson. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. Looking downfield for Dez. He's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
It is good.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do...
Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
To kick off for New Orleans.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Steps away. Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defense.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are in the football game.
His kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
The game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
22-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Calais Campbell on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They run it again with Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
3rd down and 8.
Breeze now to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Kamara trying again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker with...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Saints have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. And at the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him. And look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw, Breeze. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. What can Breeze do now with his drive? And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out near midfield at the 39. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Handoff to Alvin.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down.
Running with Kamara. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Justin Ellis.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the